Welcome to the new series on the channel, War Thunder Reviews. We will be going through War Thunder's vast selection of tanks and pointing out all key bits of information that will improve your skills on the battlefield. We will show you everything from the weak spots all the way to how to correctly angle your tank, the simple to the complex. Today we will be looking at Germany's and Russia's reserve tanks and pitting them head to head in a death match to see which one is better in a best of 3 format. Not only that, but also telling you what makes these tanks tick, as well as a bit of history on the side. So buckle up and get ready for episode 1 of many more to come. Okay, so first we are looking at the Russian T-26 mod 1939. The T-26 was an early 30s design that was an adaptation on the Vickers E made by the British company Vickers Independent. The manufacture was led by OKMO, a company who was behind the T-35 land battleship and the T-28, once again with a little inspiration from Vickers Independent. It's a reasonably quick, light tank with firepower that is acceptable for the time it was made. Let's get a little more in depth. The armor on the T-26 is 15mm at almost every part of the tank, front to back. There are no real weak points of the tank that you should be aiming for if you are the opposition. Instead, you should be looking at making your shots count, and making sure you hit the most amount of crew as possible. To do this, I would recommend hitting either side of the front headlight. This will disperse the shrapnel evenly among the crew. The gun and its cover added together make it hard to penetrate, so I would avoid that. Other than that, all you need to look out for is people hitting your ammo rack. On both sides of the turret, there's ammo in the center. This is a really easy target to be able to ammo rack you with little effort. Thankfully, the fuel tanks on this are way out of the way, unlike most Russian tanks. The T-26 has a 96 HP engine, giving you a max speed of 19 miles per hour that takes around 7 to 8 seconds to achieve on a flat. It stops great and is a little sketchy when it comes to turning. The overall maneuverability of the tank is worrying, however, as other countries' reserves and Tier 1s are much better. This doesn't mean the tank is worthless at all, though. It just means that maybe the engine and other parts that contribute to maneuverability were not the focus of this tank. The armament of the T-26 is amazing in comparison to its opposing counterparts. You are awarded with a 45mm 20K cannon with up to 55mm of penetration, which far exceeds what the tank needs for its tier. The gun can take one other type of ammunition to its default HE and AP rounds. The BR-243 SP with up to 61mm of armor penetration. The gun takes 3.8 seconds to reload without crew upgrades. It's safe to say you won't struggle to penetrate the low tiers of your enemy's tanks with little effort. Our second tank is the German Panzerkampfwagen II Ostsee, excuse my German, but we are just going to call it the Joseph because fuck saying that shit every 20 seconds. Joseph was designed in 1934 and began production in 1935 to be put into service in 1936. He was manufactured by 5 different companies. These companies were Alkert, FAMO, Daimler-Benz, Hanschel, MAN, MIAG, and Wegmann. Seems a little wasteful to me. Despite there being other variants such as the OSF-A and the OSF-B, the OSF-C became the standard production version in June of 1938. The tank contained 3 crewmen and weighed 9.1 tons. Joseph's dimensions were length 4.24 meters, width 2.38 meters, height 2.05 meters, making it the average size for 1930s tanks. The tank focuses on swiftness and packing a punch up close and personal. Let's get a little more in depth. Joseph has 30 to 35mm of frontal armor, making it hard to penetrate like most German tanks. It also has 15mm of armor on the sides. The weak spot of frontal armor in head-to-head terms appears to be on the turret, as it's the only part of the tank at the front that has less than 35mm of armor. But if you can get through that extra 5mm of armor, it's worth hitting there in the flat part near the diver's hatch in order to disperse shrapnel evenly throughout the crew. Apart from the ammo on the right side of you, there are a few internal dangers with this. Joseph is a really quick tank, which makes it great in close quarters situations. You will find yourself doing donuts around enemies, making your autocannon all the better. It has a 140 HP engine with a top speed of 27 miles per hour that takes around 10 seconds to achieve. As I mentioned in the last section, you should use your speed to circle the enemy and stop them being able to hit you due to the enemy's turret transverse speed, since this gun is really bad at any range at all. Stay in towns and sneak in and out of cover to make your size and speed worth it. Joseph is outfitted with a 20mm KWK that can penetrate from 37mm of armor or up to 50mm of armor with the PZGR 40 high-velocity ammunition. This is plenty to kill most Tier 1 tanks and some Tier 2 tanks. You have to work with what you've got, though. If you don't adapt to the playstyle of the weapons you're using, no matter the tank, you're always going to come out with a lower score than it is capable of. Once again, stay in town areas, use your speed to your advantage. Both tanks are great at what they were designed for. The T-26 is best at medium-range encounters with little backfire, but Joseph is best at close quarters with a lot of retaliation due to its strong frontal armor. I would imagine on the battlefield, when we pit these two tanks against each other, they will have to adapt their tactics even more, and maybe even lure each other into two situations to benefit them. Let's stop speculating and see what happens.
Fight!
Okay, so best of three. Was it T-26 and Joseph? I can hardly remember what I even wrote in that script. It was 4 a.m. Not good.
It was 4 a.m., yeah.
The Russian part was quite good. The German part was kind of awful.
The Russian part you wrote at like 6 o'clock my time?
Yeah, it was like 11 mine.
So it was like 11 your time.
Yeah.
And we played a few games of some different things, and then we went back and started, doing the script again, and you were saying, how do you think this sounds and stuff, and I'm like, it sounds great, and I was tired too, so that was a bad idea.
So, like, the thing is about that, it's all, like, the same armor all the way around. Whereas I've got something like 35 in the middle, but yet your gun can penetrate ridiculous amounts of...
Yeah, I can pick any part of you and penetrate you, essentially.
One sec.
A little bit. Because he's like, I know when you are
This tank has such
sleeping.
little mass, I can't go through dry stone walling. God damn. Is dry stone walling a thing in the US? I doubt
It's not commonly used.
Oh, fuck. Oh! Already in. Great.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought
The map
so.
screwed me over there.
I thought so. I thought this is what would happen. It's just...
So basically, if you look at how the map's made, there's a little lip on the side of the sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at the video when you go to edit that, my tank was bouncing, right? So I couldn't get a shot on you because it was bouncing constantly. This is why I wish the people over at War Thunder would fix the maps and balance the tanks before they went ahead and made Americans. Also, I have to start all the way back at my spawn point, which sucks. Oh god, this thing's like a mortar. I just looked at the stretch on my gun, and depending on what gun you have, it's different. And I'm basically, if I ever go to shoot you from long range, I'm going to be shooting you like I'm a mortar, basically.
Oh!
Hit. Ooh.
I don't think this is going to do a damn thing. God damn it. My gun is, like, dazed. The gunner is dazed!
So this is a good bit here because we're going to see how the Panzer II C, or Joseph, does at really long ranges, at extended, ridiculous ranges.
Ow.
Versus the T-26E.
Ow.
The T-26E, I think, was meant
Ow.
to be in a bush.
You killed me.
The unfortunate part about us, doing a 1v1 match is it takes so long between kills. Ooh, hey, I see you.
You do? Oh, hey.
Yeah. Hi.
I don't think you can hit me.
I can't at the moment. What was it about Barney, Lewis?
I love you, you love me! Barney gave me HIV. Oh, you fucker!
See, that is the T-26E's strong suit, the armor penetration and the fragmentation of the shells. You just pop one in the driver's seat, and because they're all touching penises, you can just murder them.
Right.
Now, I'm going to just not go any further towards your base, because I want this to be a somewhat fair fight. Let's see about that Russian gun depression.
I want to see if you can hit me. Oh, you can. You can. You can. Definitely can. I'm going to suppress your ass. How's being supposed... Ooh, one bounced. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to change direction a little bit. Pinged off the back.
Rear drive wheel.
No damage, apparently.
Or, well, all the drive wheels are in the front. I'm an idiot. Oh, hit.
Radiator damage.
Rear wheel again.
Can you kill me, though? I wish I didn't stop then.
Oh, you could have kept going and I definitely wouldn't have been able to hit you.
I know, but now you can. Suppressing
The funny thing is, I can only see your turret. That was a pulled shot there. Messed that one up.
Like, oh, fuck off.
Ooh, hit. Oh, you're touching penises.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Is that you win?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I set you on fire and then I destroyed you somehow. See where all of the ammunition is, the drive, the engine, all that stuff.
Yeah, man.
You can see all that, and I would imagine Lewis is showing you as well, and I think you're bombing me.
Don't you question me. I don't lose. I never lose. I just cheat to win.